Okay, developer built it. Okay, so assume that this developer has written code in Java. Okay, he used Ubuntu. Okay, he used Maven for that, and for the database he used MySQL. Okay, now the developer built this code and he run his in machine. Machine is nothing but in his laptop. Okay, after several attempts, the build got successful. Okay, now he is sent to QA. Okay, so the QA person, once he tried to test it, it got completely failed. Okay, now there's a mud fight in between them that's saying that your whatever code you have built it, that application is getting failed. Okay, now the developer says that that's perfectly working on my system, and the QA says that it's not working on my system. Okay, there might be several issues for this application failure. Very common issues might be operating system issues. Okay, there might be a different Java versions. There might be a missing libraries, dependencies, configurations. Okay, so there might be a number of issues in which this occurs. Okay, assume that the developers, the developer and the QA is working on same thing, like whatever is used, like Ubuntu, Maven, Java. Okay, the same also the QA uses, but still the application also get fails because when this developer is working on his code and getting failed, there might be a number of dependencies. Okay, there might be a number of libraries there might be missing, so he might be trying to solve that. After multiple attempts, the build got successful, but in that case of QA, okay, there's no dependencies or libraries he might have installed. Okay, they might have used the same system, but there will be a multiple failures. Okay, got it? Any questions over here?
No, Praveen.
Okay.
Others?
No, Praveen.
Okay. No, Praveen.
Okay. మేము కూడా బాగానే ఉన్నాం కానీ ఆ సౌండ్ చిన్నగా పెట్టండి. Okay, you able to see this image?
Yes, Praveen.
Yes. Okay. When you hear virtual machines, what exactly comes into your mind? Yes.
There is no guest
Linux
operating system.
compute.
Okay.
We can fully utilize that resources and containers.
Others? Only virtual machine. I'm not talking about containers.
EC2.
No? Easy to. Yes. Okay. Just try over here. When I click on virtual machines, we have something called as Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, you can download this, you can install this, and you can run a host OS. Okay, you can run a second operating system like Windows, Linux, or any other thing. Okay, and then we have virtual machines, that's VMware. So this is another virtual machines. Okay,
Yes,
I'll just show you one thing. Okay. Okay, you see this?
yes, Praveen.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is this is a Dell product. Okay, this is a server. Okay, you can find all the information over here. Okay, now how this exactly works? Okay, you need to power it to any operating system. Okay, so how do you power your laptop? I'm like, what operating system you run in your laptop? We run Windows normally. Okay, and if you go with Apple, there's another operating system. Okay, for this it doesn't comes with any operating systems. There's something called as VMware EXXI. VMware ESXi. You need to install the software if you're going with VMware ESXi, and once you install that, you can start going with virtual servers. Okay,
Yes, Praveen.
okay, that is not EC2. Okay, EC2 is different, and virtual machines are different. You see, what is this infrastructure? It says, a basic hardware like your server. Okay, then your operating
Okay.
system and all. Then your hypervisor. I mean, the hypervisor, what hypervisor using? Assume that you want to install a application. There's an e-commerce application where you want to run that application. Okay. Now you see, you cannot run all those application onto one hypervisor. You see, there's app one, which says guest OS, binaries, libraries, and app one. For app 2, there's again binary libraries and guest OS. For app 3, also the same. Okay. I mean, if
Yes.
you're if you have multiple applications and you want to use that, so you need to use that into different operating systems. Okay. For every operating system, you need to give your space, this space. Then you need to allocate the RAM size. Okay. So all this stuff you need to do. But when it comes to containers, okay, you have your own laptop. Okay, the Windows laptop or an Apple laptop. For Apple, you go with just your terminal and do it. For Windows, what you do? Also, you can do it in the Windows also. But what we are doing currently, we are working on is AWS server. So you just install Docker, okay? And once you install Docker, in the Docker itself, you can create a containers and you can run all the application onto it. Over here, we have used different virtual machines for different application. But over here, for we on one Docker, we are able to run all the three application. You see over here green color, and you see there's no guest OS. Okay,
Yes, bro.
understood? Anyone who
Yes,
don't
bro.
understood can
Yes.
please tell
Yes,
me.
Praveen.
Okay, so here you can see, uh, as in virtual machines, we were trying to give RAM size, disk space, and everything, but over here we are not able to give. So whatever while installing Docker, once the Docker is installed, if app one takes 20 MB RAM, okay, that will only take that will use from the operating system. Okay, as well of here, we have to allocate it separately. Okay, and in the container, I mean, a container is like a lightweight package. Okay, where for using the applications. Okay, the container contains what it includes is like apps, libraries, and dependencies. Okay, there is no separate operating system which is installed. Everything is shared by the OS kernel. Okay, Docker is also like an operating system, but the only thing is, uh, it doesn't need any kind of a RAM size or a kernel. It uses the shared kernel within the operating system which you use. Got it?
Yes.
And the
Yes.
core difference
Yes,
between virtual
Praveen.
machines and container is that VM is more on hardware level. Okay, it's more on hardware level, and this is more on a OS level of virtualizations. Got it?
Okay, okay.
To
Yes.
to understand simply, VM is like a independent house, bro. Okay, each independent has its own electricity, water system, and all. This is like your independent house, and container are like your hostel rooms. Okay, you share all the uh, infrastructure there. Okay, current bill you share your room space with your partner. Okay, this is like your hostel. Understood?
Yes, bro.
Yes, Praveen.
Praveen.
Okay. Okay. So tell me, if I have to create a container, what is the command which I used to use? We'll understand all this Docker container later.
Docker run.
Okay, Docker run
Okay.
hyphen D hyphen D
Hyphen name.
Port mapping.
hyphen A.
Hyphen P.
I want to create a container, just a normal container.
Hyphen name.
Hyphen A. Now.
Name.
Okay,
Container name.
okay. I want a simple container, bro. I don't want any naming convention.
Docker
I
run.
don't want to
IT
use it
hyphen D.
like a detached mode also. I just want to run it at terminal. For a simple Docker container to create, I run a command called Docker run hyphen
Docker
IT
run and immense.
Hyphen IT Ubuntu. Yeah.
Ubuntu slash bin slash bash.
slash
Okay.
Yes.
Hyphen I stands for
interactive mode.
More.
correct interactive. Hyphen T stands for
Terminal.
hyphen T stands for terminal. Okay. What does hyphen T stands for?
Detached.
Detachment.
Detach.
Correct, detach mode. Okay. I can run this in another way also. Docker run hyphen I hyphen T Ubuntu slash bin slash bash. Okay. But what I'm trying to use, I'm trying to use it in the one way. Okay. Once if I give this command, I'll directly create a container. I'll go into the container. Okay. I'll go directly into the container when I use hyphen IT. If I don't want to use hyphen IT, what I have to do? Docker run hyphen D IT Ubuntu slash bin slash. Okay. For a naming convention, if I have to give a container a name, then I'll do Docker
Hyphen
run
name.
hyphen name. I'll give it any name.
An image name.
Okay. Hyphen IT Ubuntu slash bin slash bash. Okay. Once you look at this practically. Guru, share your screen, no?
Okay.
Go to your terminal, bro. Okay. Go to your root, bro. Clear your terminal and make your terminal big. Yeah, more. Or else, can you use it in your own terminal, the other terminal which you have?
Actually, I tried to install Mobile Extreme, but
Which one?
something. Mobile Extreme.
Uh, don't use MobileX. Try to use the other
CMD
one.
we can use.
VS Code.
CMD.
Okay,
CMD.
do one thing. Go to your terminal. You can directly go to your terminal.
CMD, right?
Search, type terminal. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Go to downloads. LS Center. Do you have your putty? Like your? Do you have your key installed here?
Yeah, yes, Praveen. In a downloads, I have downloaded that
Okay.
in a
Go to
downloads.
your EC2 instance. The second tab. Uh, just click on this instance. Okay. Click on connect. Sorry, my mistake. Connect. Scroll down.
Connect, right?
Yeah, yeah. Scroll a little bit up. Little bit. Bro. Can you decrease the size?
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm, click on SSH client.
yeah. This one I
Yeah.
need to
Click
copy,
on
right?
example. Mm, paste that. Enter. Yes. Click on yes. Okay.
I need to log in as a root, right?
Yeah. Login as root.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Now we'll try to create a basic container. Okay. Docker
Okay.
run Just try to create, bro. Docker run hyphen
Yeah.
it
Hyphen ID.
ubuntu space slash bin slash bash. बोले इनका?
Yeah, I can enter
Enter.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you see, once he entered the command, he is now directly onto the container. You can see it says root at the rate FEC. This is nothing but your container ID. Okay, every
Okay.
container has an ID, and this is what the container. Guru, can you highlight that container ID over there? Only the container ID. Only the container ID. Yes, this is the container ID. Okay, and when the command is given, this directly into the container because of this hyphen it. Just saying that will go into the container with hyphen it. That is interactive terminal. Okay, just come outside that container.
Exit, right?
Yeah. Now, yeah. Now, if I have to see how many containers I've created or how many containers that is actually running, you can go with Docker PS. This will show how many containers are active and running. Docker PS, enter. You see now there is no containers which are running or active. Okay, if I have to see an active and an inactive containers, then go with Docker PS space hyphen A. So this will show you active and inactive. See, it says the container name, image, command name, and created. It says created about a minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
and existed only for 39 seconds. Okay,
Yeah.
now we'll try to create another container. Okay, in detached mode. Docker run hyphen d it
ID. ID.
hyphen d it. No, no, don't use space. Bro.
IT, right?
Yeah,
Ah.
same Ubuntu slash bin slash bash.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
Now you see there is a container ID which is created, but if you see it says root at the rate IP 172. Okay, what that is means the container is already running background. If you want to check, go with Docker PS. Enter. You check with this command. You see,
Yeah. It's running in the background.
okay. Now uh, just copy that container ID. No, no, don't go with that. You see container
This one.
ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. If I have to go with that container ID, Docker attach and paste the container ID.
Enter.
Enter. In this way, I can actually go inside the container ID. Okay. Now, just type yum update, yum update.
APT.
Okay.
APT.
Yeah.
Yes. Yum update will not work because we are running it on the
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu OS. Okay.
Yes.
So what we have to give apt hyphen get update.
Hyphen get, right?
Apt hyphen bro. There's no space to the hyphen get.
Okay.
Enter. You see, over here we are able to use Ubuntu commands because the operating system which we have chosen is Ubuntu. Okay, yeah, just come out of that container, clear it, Docker ps space hyphening, enter. Okay, if I have to
Praveen,
uh,
hello.
use any other container, okay, again I have to use the first container. Just copy the container ID.
This one, right?
Yeah. Till now, what we have seen, the already container is started and we have just attached it and went into the container. When the container is not working, first we have to start it. Okay. Typo the docker start, and the container ID. Paste that container ID, enter.
Yeah.
Okay, it is started. You can check with Docker PS. Okay. Now, if you want to get inside that container, just type docker attach and the container ID. You see, it says root at the rate. Okay, that means we are inside the container. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, just exit, bro. Okay, if I have to delete a container, what we have to do? Just go with docker ps hyphen e. Okay, I have to delete the first container. What
RM.
I'll do, I'll just copy the container ID and delete it. Just copy that docker rm and paste the container ID. Okay, the container is deleted. Check that. You
Yeah.
see, there's no container over there. It's got successfully deleted. Okay, there's something called as Docker images. Just type Docker images, bro. Okay, scroll up. Okay, see, as we have containers, we have something called as images also. Okay, we are giving a command called as Docker run hyphen it Ubuntu, right? There's something called as Ubuntu. Ubuntu is nothing but your image. Because you have Ubuntu, it's trying to create a container without any hesitation. Just check where is your Ubuntu, Guru.
Yeah, here it is. Latest version.
Okay, just copy the image ID. There's something called as image ID. Okay, copy
Yeah,
that.
bro.
Okay, if I have to delete this image, what I'll do is Docker RMI I'll use. Type Docker RMI. For container, we use RM, and for images, we use RMI. I stands for image over here. Enter. It says error response from daemon conflict. We are unable to delete it. Why? Okay, just do a Docker PS. Okay, Docker PS hyphen e, because we have already created a container using of Ubuntu. Okay, that's why we are unable to delete it. If we want, we can force delete it. You can read over here when we have given Docker RMI and the image ID. It says error response from daemon, conflict unable to delete, must be forced. If you use hyphen F, we can delete it. Okay, but that's not the correct practice using hyphen F. What we can do is we can first delete the containers. Bro, you can just delete that Docker RM space. Uh, yeah. Check, do you have any multiple? Ubuntu.
Ubuntu image. No,
Okay.
there is no
Enter.
any other Ubuntu. I mean,
Okay. Use an up arrow. Up arrow. Up arrow. Yeah. Try to delete this.
yeah,
First it untagged it and then delete it. Now clear the terminal.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Now again I'll use the same command of Ubuntu. Now you see it will not instantly create it. First it will pull it. Just type over there docker run -it Ubuntu space slash bin slash bash. This bin and bash is where it will get created. Okay, you can use slash sh or anything such. You see, it says unable to find image Ubuntu latest locally. Then it's trying to pull from Docker Hub. Okay, so now I've given Ubuntu. I've not typed Ubuntu 17 or Ubuntu 19, 21, 22. What it took, it understood when I've written Ubuntu, it understood that searching for the latest one and it has pulled. If I have to write Ubuntu 17, it will only pull Ubuntu 17. Got it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Understood others?
Yes, bro.
Okay. Just
Sir,
yeah. Just come out of that, bro. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, we'll check Ubuntu. Check for Ubuntu 18.4. Whether we able to pull 18.4.
oh, that means I
Docker
need
run.
to,
What happened?
yeah, with
Yeah.
the tag I need to run.
After that, Ubuntu type 18.004.
Should I need to put this
Yeah,
column?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, 18.04, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
see, it says unable to find image and it's trying to pull from Docker Hub. Okay. When you give what exact version you're looking, it will only pull that version. If you don't give any exact version, it will pull directly from the, I'm like, it will pull directly latest one. Got it?
yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now just come out of that, bro. On a naming convention, we'll also create one container. Just type docker run hyphen name. Give your name over there. The Nana, remove that new container name. Just try to give any other name.
Uh,
Give your name, artist. Hmm. Hyphen IT. Ubuntu slash bin slash bash.
yeah,
Okay. Just exit that. Okay. Docker ps space hyphen e. See, we have multiple containers. Why we need to give naming convention is, um, uh, I'll tell you a simple example. For google.com, when you type google.com in your browser, it will not go with google.com. On the backend, it will use IP addresses. You hit your router will hit to the server will get the all the info. Okay, as the same over here, there are multiple container IDs. I cannot remember this container IDs and you cannot know like for which one I've created a container ID. So for that, we try to create a naming convention. Okay, suppose now we have given a name as Guru, right? Just type over there Docker
Yeah,
Docker start Guru.
that's
Okay, I'll
enough, right?
not give a container ID over here. I'll just use name. Enter. See, Guru has started. The container is started. I'll attach Docker attach Guru. Spelling ACH. See, container is attached. Okay, that's why we have now into the container ID. It says 69F. Okay, now exit that. Now I have to delete this container. Then what I'll do, I'll just type docker rm guru. Okay, now my container ID is deleted. Okay, we can use naming convention to start the container, stop the container, but just scroll up. Yeah, one second, one second. You see, he says Docker attach guru. You see root at the rate. Can you highlight that 69FT? It is not come as root at the rate guru. Okay, it's still showing the container ID. Okay, naming
Ah,
convention
Praveen.
can be used for your starting, deleting, okay, or attaching your containers. Got it? Yes.
Yes, Praveen.
Yeah, yes, Praveen.
Okay. Yeah. Just keep a practice on this. I'll again connect.
Oh,
Any doubts, you can ping me personally.
Okay.